This is a joke I made regarding OpenAI discovering AGI, artificial generative intelligence, basically AI with creativity. And I came up with 4 constitutional amendments to showcase this newfound creativity. And the amendments are pretty good. That's what I want to actually focus on today, not the joke, although the joke is pretty hilarious. So this is basically repealing an earlier amendment that has state legislatures decide on the Senate, and that is the original intention of the founders. So we would no longer elect our senators, and then the House of Representatives would turn into a direct democracy, would be replaced by a direct democracy, and bills would be limited to 3 pages each and no more than 6 bills per month. And then the rest is just blah, blah, blah. Some regulations, I suppose. The 30th Amendment, in order to realize the full promise of freedom, a universal basic income of $250 a month will be implemented, fully paid for by defaulting on the national debt. This will add $0 to the budget due to defaulting on the current $1 trillion plus national debt interest. So this one's great. I love this one. How could you argue against this? Some people are arguing against this. Can you believe it? Terrible. So yeah, $250 a month, really nothing too crazy. And it's not even going to add to inflation because it's coming from the national debt interest. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then last but not least, this is turning the office of the presidency basically into the hexarchy. I was actually going to change this to 7 and then have a tiebreaker here. Now, instead of having 10 total points, there's 11 total points for tiebreakers. So this is also, if you're familiar with this channel, you should be familiar with the hexarchy. Now this is rule by 7 or council of 7, whatever. And this is just something that just ChatGPT analysis that I threw on the bottom. So this is a really interesting 4 amendments to the Constitution. This is similar to the King's Moves, except it's much shorter and it's not as groundbreaking or thorough. It is, I guess it is groundbreaking, but it's not as deep. The King's Moves just changes everything. Everything changes with the King's Moves. And the King's Moves is 10 pages long. This is 1 page. It's a much shorter read for people who are lazy and stupid. And unfortunately, that's most of the internet. So you get a nice light read. And it's still very, very transformative to our present system. This is the big one. This is really the big one. I've been on a direct democracy kick for obsession for the last week or 2. And I feel like that might be accelerating. Because how do you argue against direct democracy? Of all of the things people can bitch and moan and be reactionary and cynical towards, how can you be cynical towards direct democracy? Especially 2/3 majority. I could understand the 51 to 49. I get it. I completely get it. But a 2/3 majority, really? Where is the fault? Where is the issue? Doesn't make any sense. And then this is also very important, very crucial for a direct democracy right here. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you too much longer. So that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the joke. And maybe if you see it out in the wild, don't spoil it, okay? A single page of constitutional amendments is more powerful than 1,000 presidential elections.